working on relationships, unless you're married. You're married with kids, work on the relationship. You've got a work situation, okay, work on the relationship. And to a large extent, my relationship with Rabs is primarily a work situation.
We're not getting married?
We're not getting paid for this, but we primarily have a show that we do together. So yeah, I guess, it needs some working on. But with any of my other friends, I don't work on the relationship. Particularly with any of my male friends, I don't care about their feelings. And this whole stuff about, I'm offended, I think it's just emotional blackmail. Like, if Rabs does something bad or says something bad to me, I may, it can hurt my feelings, or it can annoy me, or it can be sufficiently obnoxious to me that I say, look, I just don't want to deal with you anymore. But it's not a matter of offense. So whenever people say, oh, you offended me by questioning the divinity of the oral law, or you offended me by not answering my email, or you offended me by, attacking older men with younger women, it just seems to me like an attempt at emotional blackmail. So I won't express certain opinions that are contrary to my friends. So I don't go for that I'm offended stuff, and I'm not into working on the relationship. Like, I've had relationships where, we went to therapy, and I have had relationships with, men and women where we, worked on the relationship and worked on the communication and, tried to be more sensitive to each other, and it just doesn't work. I just want to, do the show. If I don't answer an email, that's an answer. If I don't, call back someone back after they leave a message, that's an answer. It means that I don't want to do that topic. I'm done.
and my answer to him when you came over was basically was the following: that God forbid that I'm a big drain on your energy because I'm asking if you're HIV. Would you want to explain to everybody if you are or not, if that was a joke?
Yeah, I'm not HIV. Okay,
he's not HIV. I didn't think that saying, yeah, I'm HIV, blah 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 blah, was a joke. Maybe I lack the sense of humor I need to be friends with Levi. I don't know, but God forbid I should take an interest in his well-being, and and he bites off my head with it, like, ah, people don't get my humor, So I'm the bad guy now. So I said to him, if you treat people that you work with, even if it's just a business relationship, and you treat them with disrespect by doing things that you know are going to offend them, and you don't care because they're not, a relationship that involves a wife, and you're just not going to put in the time and effort. And I said to him that I really think the best thing for you is to do your own show solo, because there is no way that you're ever going to find anyone on this planet who's going to want to be your long-term working partner and put up with the way you don't respect and don't care about the relationship with the people you're working with. So they're going to have to either totally kiss your ass, totally just take whatever it is, somebody who's got a battered wives syndrome, some sort of victim like that, somebody who doesn't respect themselves and doesn't mind being abused, and that's the only kind of person you're going to find. And frankly, I don't know if you're going to be happy with such a person, because they're going to have other types of baggage. We mentioned somebody who I thought might fit the bill of somebody who wouldn't give a shit no matter how much shit you threw at them. But they also come with their own baggage because they're going to be late, and they're not going to call when they're late, and these are things that are going to drive you out of your mind. The person's not going to they're going to flake every couple of weeks, and they're not even going to show up. They're going to be like, oh, I forgot, and some other stuff, because they don't take it seriously like I do. I'm prepared for every show. I study all the notes. I come. I am ready to go. I take it like it's a job, like you mentioned. I am professional, right? And I'm always on time. Always on time. Have I ever been even a minute late?
Yeah.
Fuck you, you liar. Okay, maybe one time I was a minute late.
Giants game. A couple of Giants games.
Giants games?
Yeah, 5 minutes late. San Francisco Giants, baseball.
Oh, you keep tabs on a person.
It wasn't a big deal. I don't consider 5 minutes late. You want to be specific. Yeah.
Okay, so out of 9 months, I was late twice.
Yeah.
But like I'm often on time or usually early.
Yeah. Yours is on time as I am, like 99%.
Oh, Sylvia's in the room. Hey, Sylvia. You know, you're going to get this kind of baggage with somebody else. So it's like a give and take. Yeah, you could find somebody who's like a total, you know, doesn't care. It's like everything goes. They're like, you know, they're like a hippie floater. You know, it's like, hey, I've got my drugs going and I'm all good. You know, and it's like nothing matters to me. You can just do your own thing, and I'm just step all over me. But like the same kind of flaky kind of hippie can't be bothered to show up at 7 o'clock. So it comes with the turf. You're not going to find the perfect person. What's going on? What's happening?
Nothing, they're just saying that you're onto something.
Oh, okay. I'm on something.
You're onto something.
Oh, okay. So you know, that's what's going on. Now, when you say you don't care about relationships other than your wife, my first reaction was, you ain't even going to find a wife. You're not even going to find a wife. You can forget about it, because if you don't care about the small stuff and you're willing to let go of all other relationships when something small happens, then what are you going to do when you have a real relationship with a wife and the big things happen? You're just going to like flake it off. You're not going to care, because you have a wall built around you that's a very tight wall, and you don't let anyone into it. And that's why I say the best relationship that you can have is by yourself, because you're the only person on the world who won't fail you. And I really, really think that you know, this is what I told him. I said, I don't think that you're married, and it's not because of your beard, and you could blame it on your beard, and it's not because you're a convert, and you could blame it on that. And it's not because you were involved in porn, and it's easy to blame it on that. And it's not because you have this blog and you put everybody down on it, and you criticize everybody and put all the lush and horror up there, and they could blame you for that. You could say it's any one of those four things, or a combo of the four, that keeps you from getting married. But I think the biggest enemy and the biggest deterrent for any woman to marry you is because how you are in relationships. And I have to believe that's how you are when you date women. That you don't care about what the other person is, and your narcissistic love pushes them out of the way. You build up a wall, and there's no way that they can make it through it. And think of it as like, you know, a bar. You set the bar so high that of your expectations from people, that they have to be on time, have perfect grammar, right? What else? They have to have perfect grammar. They have to be on time every time.
Responsible.
They have to be responsible. They have to get a job. You know, they have to vote Republican. You know, and what's with me? And they can't. You know, they have to get your sarcasm. Don't drive me nuts. If I say I got HIV, it's obviously a joke. You know, and that's how you are. And the bar is set so high, no person can possibly get over it other than himself. That's it. The Levi bar is so high, and then he tells us. You know, and I slugged this up earlier, he said months ago that his expectations for people are not very high. Are you kidding me? His expectations on people, like, you know, are not very high. I say, and I said, I cut people off all the time. Like, I cut From Satire out of my life, right? You know, fuck me over, right? I cut him off. He's gone, right? And if you were going to be like that, I told you, I have no problem. I'll cut your ass right out of my life. You know, I'll delete your ass off Facebook. I won't talk to you again. I don't care. I don't think about it. Right? I cut people out all the time. Right? I have high standards. You claim, oh, I don't ever, delete anybody from my life. And I said, it's because there's nobody in your life. There's nobody in your life. You don't let them in to begin with. You don't let anybody, you don't care about anybody other than yourself, and that's it.
Okay, so I've got a bedtime story. It's not the end of the show, but I just thought I'd
Is this going to involve
change
sex?
gears. Well, the name of this story is Rosebud.
Okay.
And so I was at this Do and Lose singles event at the Century Club in Century City, and I saw this woman. She was like a 6.5. So I kind of get a sense for...
Does everything have to be based on looks with you?
Not everything.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt.
So I thought, I get a sense that this someone in my league. So I go up to her, and first thing I say to her is like, where do you go to temple? And she finds this intriguing because she's just getting back into Judaism, and she's taking this beginner's course in Judaism. And so we start talking, and I get her info, and I call her up the next day.